How confident do you feel about the future of your hard earned assets? For many of us, the idea of losing what we've worked so tirelessly to build can give us a deep sense of vulnerability. But what if you could shield your dreams and ensure that no matter what happens, your financial future is secure? Understanding the role of insurance in protecting your assets is not just about mitigating risk. It's about making a promise to your future self and safeguarding the life and legacy that you're building. Hello, and welcome to Rise to Your Money Power, where we have honest conversations to empower you around your relationship with money. I'm Pamela Plick, your host, and I'm on a mission to empower women to confidently build wealth from the inside out. I help purpose driven women to overcome feeling anxious, overwhelmed, or stuck related to their personal relationship with money so that they can become confident, achieve peace of mind, create financial freedom, and impact. And I do this through my signature programs and services, as well as events and community. As you navigate through life's financial journey, one of the most empowering steps that you can take is to protect your assets with insurance. Whether it's your home, your business, or even your health, each plays a crucial role in your financial ecosystem. Now, today we'll explore why insurance is not merely an expense, but a cornerstone of sound financial planning. By protecting your assets today, you're not only securing your own future, but also the well being of those who depend on you. Now, let's discuss the five types of insurance that can safeguard the life and legacy that you're building. Now, the first type of insurance that can safeguard the life and legacy that you're building is homeowners and renters insurance. Your home is more than just a place to live. It's likely one of your most significant investments. So, homeowners insurance protects this asset from unexpected life events such as fires, theft, or even natural disasters. And it's important to make sure that when you select the homeowner's insurance, that you're looking at the replacement value of your home. Because let's say you bought your home 20 years ago, the value of the home 20 years ago is a lot different than what the replacement value would be if you needed to rebuild that home today. So making sure that you have that right amount of coverage, as well as looking at the deductibles and just really looking at how that homeowner's insurance is going to protect your home or your dwelling. Now, a lot of us, we know about homeowners insurance, but for those of us who are renting, we may not think about the importance of renters insurance. Now, renters insurance covers your personal property as well as providing any liability protection that you may need. Someone walks up to your door and slips and falls, so um, thinking about what kind of liability would you have if that happened, someone got hurt on your um, at your residence. So keeping that in mind, not only the personal property, but also looking at liability protection for renters, your renters insurance. And it's interesting too that one thing that you want to think about if you're renting, if there something happened, maybe the a fire broke out, granted the owner has insurance, but that's not necessarily protecting you. So if there's something happens like a fire, a flood, or something where you may be displaced for a while the apartment is being renovated, making sure that you have adequate coverage to cover that type of event. So one action step that you can take in this area is to review your homeowners and your renters policies and or your renter's policy to ensure that it covers the full replacement costs of your home and your belongings. Now, the second type of insurance that can safeguard the life and legacy that you're building is health insurance. Have you ever heard the saying that your wealth is in your health? And that's true. And part of being healthy is making sure that you have adequate health insurance because a health insurance is a critical tool in protecting the most valuable asset that you have, which is your health. And it provides protection in case of illness or injury, and it ensures that you can receive the necessary medical care that you need without severe financial repercussions. And I want to talk a little bit about I want to talk to the entrepreneurs. Okay. If you're entrepreneurs, like one of the things that I hear is when entrepreneurs leave their employment, maybe they started out in corporate America, they're leaving to start their own businesses. That's one thing that you do not want to forego. That and retirement planning, which is a totally different conversation. But you want to make sure that you have your health insurance taken care of even as an entrepreneur. And there are ways to get, insurance that is affordable. And there's associations that you can join that will qualify you also for medical insurance. So making sure that you have medical insurance, definitely if you're employed, but also if you are self-employed, making sure that you have adequate insurance because if you get sick and you are the business, if you get sick, there's no income coming in. So making sure that you have insurance to take care of your health. Now, one action step that you can take in this area is if you're employed or you're self-employed or don't have an employer-sponsored healthcare insurance, explore your options during the next open enrollment period. Now, the third type of insurance that can safeguard the life and legacy that you're building is auto insurance. Now, for many of us, a car is an essential for daily operations, right? Whether you're commuting to and from your place of employment or you're running a business. Auto insurance not only covers the repairs, obviously, to your car in the event of an accident, but it also protects against liability if you are found at fault. So you want to make sure when you're looking at your auto insurance policy, to make sure that you have the adequate coverage, adequate limits, based on where you live, and making sure that you also have that liability insurance because unfortunately sometimes it might be someone else that hits you but they don't have insurance, or if you're the one that caused the actual accident, then and found liable, then you have to make sure that your insurance is going to pay for that. One other tip that I want to mention when it comes to auto insurance, because most policies, I want to talk a little bit about umbrella insurance. So an umbrella insurance policy is a higher limit than your auto insurance policy. And if you're living, especially in the United States, in certain states where, they're litigious states, people love to sue. You want to make sure, your auto insurance may not be um, adequate. The limit to your auto insurance may not be adequate to cover that. So potentially looking at a liability, I mean, an umbrella policy, if you're high income earning, or you expect to be over your lifetime, or you have uh, a high amount of assets. So considering that liability, I mean that umbrella insurance policy, because that would kick in if your auto insurance is not, once your auto insurance limit is exhausted. So, one action step that you can take in this area is to check your auto insurance policy to ensure that it includes adequate liability coverage, and consider adding comprehensive and collision coverage if you don't already have it. Now, the fourth type of insurance that can safeguard the life and legacy that you're building is life insurance. Now, life insurance is about securing the financial future of your loved ones. It can replace lost income, cover your debts, cover or provide a financial safety net for your family or business partners after you're gone. So considering, life insurance, we know about life insurance for our personal to cover family members. If you're running a business where you have a partner, there are business insurance policies that cover each of the partners, so that maybe your spouse would not want to be in business with your business partner. So the insurance policy offers a way to buy buy your partner out, basically, or to pay your partner for your part of the business. So thinking about, not only for your personal life insurance, well, life insurance for your family, but also thinking about life insurance for your business if you have a business partnership. And one other thing to kind of think about is, a lot of people, think that or say that, yeah, life insurance can be expensive, um, but you want to maybe consider term life insurance for its affordability and simplicity. So we're not talking about life insurance as an investment vehicle. We're talking about life insurance to help support those that are dependent upon you if you're no longer here. Now, I also want to take just a minute to talk about protecting your assets through smart estate planning, because that ties in with the life insurance. And I want to mention, just like with retirement planning, estate planning is a woman's issue, because in general, we live longer and we typically marry spouses that are older. Statistics show that women are going to be on their own for 50% of their life. So making sure that, you have a good estate plan in order that may include, a life insurance policy. But if you don't have a strategy for your estate, the government has one for you. So making sure that, maybe you don't have um, family members who are dependent upon you financially. But maybe you want to make sure that there are other um, individuals or maybe causes that you're passionate about that you want to make sure are that are part of your legacy. So here are a couple of key actions that you want to take in this area. Number one is you want to meet with your estate planning attorney on a regular basis. Especially if you had a major life change, that's important to update your not only your insurance policy, but also your other your estate planning in general. But so making sure that you meet with your estate planning attorney. Preparing the estate planning documents, making sure that you have, at a minimum, a will. If you have, you've amassed some assets, making sure that you have a will, or maybe if you own real estate, you want to consider a trust. You also want to make sure that you have a living will, which actually is an advanced healthcare directive. So, who would you want to make medical decisions on your behalf if you became incapacitated? And then also having a power of attorney. Maybe if you're not able to, or you want to have someone else, you're temporarily disabled and you want to have someone else be able to conduct business on your behalf. That's what the power of attorney is for. So, meeting with your attorney, your estate planning attorney, making sure that you prepare the appropriate documents that are necessary and that express what your wishes are. Also, it's important to review and update your beneficiary designations. So let's say, you have a life insurance policy, but now you bought it when you were married, but now you're divorced. Now, whether or not you want that ex-spouse to get that, to be the beneficiary of that policy, to get those assets if while you're gone, that's a decision you need to make. But if the answer is no, then you definitely want to make sure that you're updating your beneficiary designations, especially, when you have a life change. And then also making sure that your investments are titled appropriately. So, if, for example, if you own a home and you have a living trust, do you want the home or should the home be labeled or titled in the trust? So, making sure that your investments are titled appropriately, and on investment accounts, making sure that you need when you need to create or name a beneficiary, making sure that those are up to date. So it's a good idea to review that on a periodic basis, maybe at least annually when you're doing your annual review, to make sure everything is in order. And again, that everything is in alignment with what your wishes are and the legacy that you want to leave. And then lastly, I want to mention, don't forget about your charitable giving. I know that, those of us who live our lives on purpose, we we have causes that we're passionate about, and one of the ways that we make an impact on the world is through giving back. So, considering, the causes that align with your values, and whether or not you want to include any charitable giving inside your estate plan. So just a side note, as once since we're talking about life insurance, it makes sense. So I'm going to give you two action steps in this area. The first one is to evaluate your life insurance needs based on your current financial obligations and your future goals. And then the second action step is within the next 2 weeks, schedule a meeting with an estate planning professional to create or update your estate plan. Now, the fifth type of insurance that can safeguard the life and legacy you are building is disability insurance. Now, disability insurance protects your income if you become unable to work due to an illness or injury. And this type of insurance is particularly crucial for those who are the sole owners or sole earners in their household and for entrepreneurs. So, and statistics show if you're during your years, your working years, if you're continue to work, it's more likely you're going to suffer a disability than pass away. So you want to make sure that you're prepared for that. Um, being part of your employer's policy, setting up a disability policy through your employer. And definitely if you are self-employed, right? Again, if we're self-employed, we are the business. If we don't work, then there's no income coming in. So making sure that, you have a plan in place if something happens where you are temporarily disabled and not able to work in your business, and creating or finding a disability policy, insurance policy that can replace at least part of your income if you become incapacitated. So, one action step that you can take in this area is to look into short-term disability insurance options to cover a portion of your income if you're unable to work. Now, in conclusion, investing in insurance is an investment in your future security and peace of mind. Each policy that you hold acts as a safeguard, not just for your assets, but also for your dreams and the people that you care about. By making informed decisions about insurance today, you can empower yourself to face tomorrow with confidence, knowing your foundation is secure. So let's recap what we covered today. We discussed the 5 types of insurance that can safeguard the life and legacy that you're building. Um, Number 1 is homeowners and renters insurance. Number 2, health insurance. 3, auto insurance. 4, life insurance. And 5, disability insurance. So, what I'd like to ask you to do at this point is to take some time to reflect on your current financial situation and your current relationship with money. Ask yourself these 3 questions to help you gain clarity and to motivate yourself into action. Question number 1, ask, how well do I understand the insurance coverage that I currently have? Number 2, am I confident that my insurance policies will support my loved ones in my absence? And lastly, ask, how does my current insurance plan align with my long-term financial goals? Now, I have an invitation. If you're ready to take the first step towards financial empowerment and success, then I invite you to join me for a powerful money power breakthrough call to unlock the key to transforming your relationship with money. During this complimentary call, together we'll uncover what's holding you back from aligning your vision with your goals and identify the next inspired step for you to take to pave the way to ultimate financial freedom. You don't want to miss this opportunity to create a brighter future for yourself and your business. So, to learn more and apply for this Money Power Breakthrough call, just go to pamelaplick.com/thank you. That's pamelaplick.com/thank you. And click the link to schedule your call. Then, after you've scheduled your call, check out my other free tools and resources that can help you to start unlocking your financial freedom and setting yourself up for long-term success. Now, in closing, I'd like to leave you with this final thought. Ensuring your assets is not just about planning for what might go wrong. It's also protecting everything that goes right. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with me today. And until next time, remember, you can rise to your money power. See you next time.